Parkinson's disease is a progressive disorder that affects the nervous system and the parts of the body controlled by nerves. It typically causes unintended or uncontrollable movements, which worsen over time. Dr. Christina Captain is the lead practitioner for Sarasota Center for Acupuncture and Nutrition. She's here to explain how natural medicine can help manage some Parkinson's symptoms. We hear a lot about Parkinson's.
Oh, yes.
It's definitely one of those things that it seems like people really battle over long periods of time, and that's got to be stressful and disheartening.
Yeah, it is degenerative, so you are going to have it forever. You know, just,
right.
There's no cure at this point for Parkinson's disease, as we see with Michael J. Fox and also his foundation.
Right, yeah, it's been getting a lot of press lately. I feel like natural medicine and what you do leads very well into this because you're all about managing symptoms.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that can help? So let's start with what the common symptoms are.
Right, so Parkinson's, obviously, you know, tremors and stiffness are the main hallmarks, and that's typically how they start. You can start having micrographia, which is where we're writing really small as well. That's another symptom of Parkinson's. Loss of taste and smell is a symptom people don't talk about.
Wow.
Urinary issues, incontinence, leakage, things like that. And it's just it feels hopeless a lot of times, patients, when it's a devastating diagnosis. And most of the time when the person's very young, you know, 50, 40, and they get a diagnosis as Parkinson's, even younger sometimes, it's hopeless. You just feel, the person just feels hopeless. And
right.
What can I do? Well, acupuncture is a wonderful complementary therapy for conventional treatment with Parkinson's. I mean, we're all about integrating. We want to know that that person is on board, getting support from like Neuro Challenge here in Sarasota or all the other Parkinson's groups. So they're in there, and they'll come to us for acupuncture. It is known in the research. There was a nice meta-analysis done in 2017 that showed that acupuncture alone was better than no treatment at all, that acupuncture was better than just conventional care and medical management, but together they were hitting the ball out of the park for most symptoms that people with Parkinson's have. And
you do such a great job really working as a team with doctors, but certainly with a diagnosis like Parkinson's, there's going to need to be other medical care. And that's something that you then work into your type of care.
Absolutely. And when you have acupuncture, the great thing about medicine, that drugs that people don't understand with acupuncture, is that acupuncture can help the body use and metabolize those drugs more efficiently. And when that happens, the dosages can go down. And so many times patients go back to their doctors, primary care, specialists, whatever, neurology, and say, can I take less of this? You know, this is working better. And they're like, yeah, or I get longer out of my levodopa, or whatever it is, or drugs that they're taking. It's brilliant. So,
it is brilliant.
Yeah,
that's fascinating.
Yeah, and it gives you hope. You know, it gives you the stress about, you know, it's an up and down thing, because, you know, you're doing great, you're working out, because movement is really important to keep moving when you have Parkinson's. There's all these online things you can do, biking, you know, spin class type stuff, almost like a Parkinson's spin class. My patients come in, they're like, I did this, I work out tennis. But then they'll have a little downgrade, you know, the disease might progress a little further, and then they go, oh no, you know, this is it, it's over, I'm just gonna die.
Right.
And oh, let's turn this around again, you know, let's get through here. So it's not just even coming in having acupuncture, it's almost like we're counseling. We're saying, hey, we can do this together, we got this, you're an inspiration, look what you're doing, you're amazing.
You're such a cheerleader, I feel like, for so many people with diagnoses that are so tough, because, I mean, you got to know when you're at your general practitioner, your specialist with the medical doctor, they're giving you the facts, and the facts aren't pretty, and then they're giving you a prescription, and that, you know, comes with its own set of risks, whereas you're really turning everything around and being like, okay, now let's manage it, you know, very positively. So I think that's really, really great.
Yeah, we absolutely enjoy every day making a difference for patients. That's what we do. It's our mission.
Yeah, and it's definitely a team thing, so I love that. Without getting deep into the science, just because I find this a little fascinating, what is it about acupuncture that really is allowing our body to use things more efficiently and to need less drug?
Yeah, so it's really about bringing the body back into homeostasis and working in balance. Everybody, including you and I, probably especially me, right now, we're out of balance.
Right.
We're just out of balance. And that includes every system in our body. If you can picture the body as an amazing high-level computer or a machine, right? And it does perfectly when you give it the right fuel, when you give it the right rest, when you're drinking clean water, when you're sleeping well, when you're, right?
Do we do all those things?
Right? So you're not in balance as much, and when we're not overthinking and mental just going off the rails, right? So acupuncture helps bring all that back into focus, gets you from out here back into the body, and then the body can work better. There's a lot of more science to it. I mean, you know, it elicits endorphins and enkephalins. It helps the brain calm down. It helps balance adrenals, so the cortisol effect is not killing everybody, you know.
Right.
The stress is coming down. It allows for damaged areas perfusion to the muscle tissue. In the research that was found about Parkinson's helping, there are actually points that when we use with electricity can generate new neuronic cells. So we're getting new growth in the body.
It's an amazing little thing that makes such an amazing difference. And I think the word balance is definitely the takeaway, that what we're all looking to do through Parkinson's or otherwise is simply to find some balance. So to get help getting balance and relief in your life, you can find Dr. Captain and her team by going to scan srq.com.